Okay, so there's a water leak right here, right in the transition. There's a PEX 90 or PEX elbow that's leaking and spraying water out. So what we're gonna do is dig it up a little bit more, cut the 90 out, and turn the water back on and be down the road. So let's see. So so that's open, so I could put my pipe right in here. This is the edge of the home where the concrete porch is, just like that, okay? Actually, it was more like this. And this side right here is called the transition. It goes from PEX to copper, got it? So, coming out of the house, this 90 or elbow was leaking, it was spraying water out. So I cut it here, and there's cut it to where we have at least this much pipe so we can latch onto. So that's what we did. Let me just throw that out. So now we're gonna make all the connections work. So the first thing we're gonna need to get is a drill, pro press gun. Let's take this out because I got 1/2-inch jaws on here. So take this out. Put my 3/4 jaws in here. We're good to go. Put this, because we don't need our cutters anymore. So. Now, this is called a pro press. What it does is it takes copper fittings, copper pipes, and allows us to press it. Almost fuses it. Not soldering anymore. Let me show you. You're taking these big press jaws, putting them over, and you're pretty much pressing at several thousands of pounds per square inch. What we're gonna need to get to do this, to make this repair, is gonna be fittings. So I've got a male, 3/4 male fitting, 3/4 female, but this is PEX. This is Pro Press. PEX, Pro Press. All right. Pair of pliers, 2 pliers, one to crank, tighten and loosen, and then one to hold his back up so you don't damage the pipe, because you definitely don't want to do all this work and then end up damaging the pipe. So we're gonna do, this is really good stuff. This is called dope. This is pipe sealing, and this is really good stuff because it is so thick. And normally I use Teflon tape, but I'm gonna use a little bit of extra of this dope to compensate for not having tape. Either way you slice it, this paste is going to have Teflon ground up and mixed in with this paste. So I think there's something wrong with this. Now, I'm gonna leave that Pro Press joint exposed because we don't want it underground. So I'm gonna put like a valve box. So it's good in terms of like being away from the dirt, because this is called PEX A. There's 2 types of PEX pipe. The reason why I use PEX A, even with PEX B fittings or Viega Pure Flow fittings, is because it is more flexible and it feels more durable, like, look at that, than PEX B. So what we want to do is we want to cut off a short piece off our pipe because we want a fresh cut, you know what I mean? A lot of times you go throw the pipe in the truck, it sits, you know, in the shop somewhere, so those ends can get pretty boogered up. So make sure we get this as straight a cut as we can. So that's what you want, a cut like that. What I want to try is I want to go and eliminate the elbows. So because PEX A is way more flexible, I'll be able to make those curves, and that way I can eliminate fittings that are buried in the ground, you know what I mean? So measure it out from one end to the other. About there. And make sure when you're cutting the pipe that there's no like nicks or anything in it, you know what I mean? And there's usually 2 holes on the crimp ring. Yeah, on the crimp ring, there's 2 holes. You want to make sure that your pipe is showing in those holes, because that means they're not all the way, that pipe's not all the way in the fitting.